You'd park your car in it. It's that
On a
big.
hot day, you could sit by it and paddle your feet.
So I go back to the gym to the boys. What you talk about on podcast?
Potholes.
Well, do you know what we were saying? We were going to get some graffiti spray and draw dick and balls, because then they'd
Job
have to get
knob.
rid of
They'd
it.
have to fix it, yeah.
Yeah.
Do that.
There's our Saturday plan.
Welcome to the podcast. It's me, Chris and Siobhan. Listen to us talk about stuff or don't. Hey guys, welcome back to episode 16 of the podcast. I am Pa, Chris is there, and Siobhan is over the corner where she should be.
As per
Where she
usual.
belongs.
Today our guest is John Fitz. John Fitz is a part owner in the lab in Newcastle West with Podge and Liam Tracy. You're also, just to list off some of the things here, I hope none of them lies. So you're a gym owner, powerlifting champion, bodybuilding champion. More recently you're the Hyrox champion, entrepreneur. Fuck, you do so many things. You actually brought out a new line of clothes which you're currently wearing, which I can say is the second best
I'm taking back the
second best clothing in Limerick, in Ireland even. But just to go back to the very start, John, where did you start your fitness journey?
So I'm actually going to tell a story that I've never told before. Only like close friends.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
Well, yeah. So this
Okay,
is
I
the
like it.
first time. So when I was younger, I was in third year, and I got the blame for a school riot. So
A school riot.
a school riot, like it was on.
Oh, you've immediately gone up in my estimation.
Yeah.
So that's
So
impressive.
I
Like you even more.
but I didn't do it. I just got the blame for it.
Why? Because you were the bollocks in the class.
No. So like,
Because I was. That was.
I think it was like the universe's way to say like, okay, this fella, we're gonna
I need
sit.
to
We're
do more
going.
riots.
We're gonna.
So what you're saying is,
Yeah. So I was in third year, and it was on Fitzgerald Stadium in Tralee. So the whole school went up. I was in the very back row on the seats.
that's where the troublemakers
Yeah.
sit.
And they were playing, I think it was the Sim. So someone opened the gate to the football pitch,
Yeah.
and the green school, I shouldn't have said the green, I should have just said the school.
Doesn't matter.
It's like
Safe
17 years.
space here. Safe space.
The school actually ran on and started fighting with the other school, and then started fighting with the football players. And I was in the very back of the stadium and watched the whole thing.
Conducting it.
Yeah.
Like a maestro at the top. Proud of your work.
do you know what? Going back now, I should have done something because I got the blame for the whole thing. Anyway, so literally it was mayhem, fights from the football field.
So it's basically just two schools fighting each other.
And yeah, so their school and our school just...
Oh, on a pitch, just
Was
Yeah.
there
each other.
weapons?
No. But like,
Combs and
it was
flip
like,
knives.
No, I mean fellas who are just really good at fighting. He's a deadly weapon, that fella. Do you know how
It was just
me.
mayhem. Like I was watching it, remember, and being like, this is absolutely nuts.
So
like.
you had no involvement in the fight,
None.
in
And
the
I was
orchestration, and you got the blame.
Like, I'm not the tallest fella, and I was very skinny in third year, so I would have been absolutely pucked around the field. It went on to the...
What is going on outside?
It went on
They
to...
better be passed out from a heart attack on the way.
The steering wheel.
That's the only excuse
You
for
better
that.
be dead.
and it went on to outside. Is he alright?
You're celebrating because you're on
Okay,
the
so
podcast.
he's either dead, it's a wedding, or someone's hanging out the side of a window because they've won a game.
If he's not
Or-
dead, he will be dead.
The road has been held up because certain people around here like to stop and talk in the middle of the road.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that'll do
It
it.
happens.
Yeah,
It happens.
yeah.
Right, carry on, John.
Sorry,
about the- sorry about that. That's rude.
So then the riot went on to outside into the main road, and then out by the
Like a
Dun.
proper brawl.
So this was like, yeah, so it was on like the news, it was on every newspaper, it was on the radio station. So I remember like,
And you managed to orchestrate all
I know,
that.
yeah.
Fair play to you. I was like, wow.
Really impressive. And then I remember like 2 days later I got called out of class, and they just brought me up and it was like, it was you that opened the gate. And I was just started laughing, and I was like, what are you on about? And he was like, no, you opened the gate. Like, and I was like, no, I didn't. So then they had to call in my parents, and they rang my parents, and they were like, we have him on CCTV footage, we have photos of him.
You've a doppelganger.
So yeah, so my mom and dad came in, and you know when you're getting the blame for something that you didn't do, and everyone's just blaming you, you just have that like
Yeah.
mentality, like
Yes,
like
yeah.
can you curse in this course?
You can
Absolutely.
100%.
And we actively encourage it.
Yeah. Fuck off. Like I was like, this, you know, I cannot get in the blame for this, for something I didn't do. So when my parents came in, my dad was like, yeah, let me see the CCTV footage and photos. And they were like, well, we actually don't have them with us.
Surprise,
They never
surprise.
had them. Yeah. They were like, we got to have to send your son home. And this was when I was in third year. It was the last. I was just about to do my junior cert and go into fifth year. And they were like, you have to bring your son home. He has to go to court. So like, I had to go to like...
What the
Yeah. So,
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Actual court.
Yeah, so it was like a board of education court where you're the board of education. I had to sit in front of them. So I had to bring my friends in who I was sitting next to. My friends were like, he was sitting right next to us. And I remember it clearly because I bought a pair of shoes at lunchtime and I had a lifestyle sports bag with me. And I was like, I'm not going down there with my lifestyle sports bag onto the pitch. Like.
Oh, yeah.
And I think...
That's the only thing that stopped you.
Yeah. And yeah, they were fully convinced that it was me. They never showed the CCTV footage or the photos. They never actually brought it back up. They just kind of...
Did you take
Hang
a
on, did
case
it go to
against them?
court?
Yeah, so we went. It happened. It was like a court in the school, so the board of education had to come in, and I was only like 15 at the time. So like they sat me down in front of everyone. My mum and dad were there. My witnesses were there. It was like a whole Law and Order episode. Like,
Oh my
fucking-
God, I would love to have
Yeah.
been your mother
Yeah.
sat in there with a smug face
Yeah.
on going, really? Prove
Yeah.
it.
But I say my mum and dad were like, did he? Didn't he? You know, that's the kind of.
But you weren't a troublemaker.
No, like, cause I had an English teacher. She was absolutely amazing. Like, I actually should go back and thank her because she was the only one that kind of said,
Really?
like, you know, yeah, she was the only one that said, like, I can't see him doing that. He's so good. And
Just fair play to her.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so they suspended me for the last month of my junior cert. I did it on my own.
So you were found guilty basically in this court.
and then they suspended me for the first month of fifth year.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Feckish, it was a holiday anyway, wasn't it?
But like, I think, you know, looking back now, it did affect me mentally.
Of course it would,
Like,
yeah.
you know, you're put on a pedestal of this fella.
Yeah,
That's that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
in where I'm from, Tralee, like, footballers are gods. So when
Yeah.
you do this to a thing, like, you're portrayed as this
Yeah.
troublemaker.
This
straight
bad
away.
guy, yeah.
And then when I went back, I was put into the bottom class. Do you know, like you've seen Hardy Bucks when you walk into.
yeah.
So you're, and my English teacher, I'm not going to mention her or call name or something, but she went to the principals and was like, I want him in my honours English, and they were like, no, he's staying at the bottom. So I went from honours like A, I got all A's, B's and C's in my junior cert to leaving cert in FF.
Really?
Yeah.
Just rebelled, like, you're not, you know, how can you, after fifth year, I kind of turned into a different person and rebelled against the,
Yeah,
you know, the
yeah.
teacher.
Oh my God.
I am so angry
what
for
the
you.
funny thing is my
God.
friend was on the front of the Kerry's Eye paper throwing a dig at someone, and he got nothing, like zero. Like, he didn't get suspended,
That feels personal.
Yeah.
anything like that. But like, looking back then, like, we were only 15. I didn't really, you know, think
Yeah,
much, but it did definitely affect me.
Oh, 100% you were blamed for something you didn't do.
Yeah, so
Do you think that experience, negative as it was, has helped shape your mental strength now?
yeah, definitely, yeah. I think because if it wasn't for that, like, because my dad was always to go gym, so he was like, look, I'm just going to buy you a gym membership, and while you're off, you can just come gym with me.
That's where it started.
So that's
Silver
how,
lining,
yeah,
yeah.
that universe kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
like,
It was
you
meant
know,
to happen that way.
yeah.
It's a bit shitty it had to happen that way though. Do you know?
And I'll never, like, I think I'll never understand why they picked me out of.
Well, I
Everyone.
hope they're listening to this, and I hope they.
Oh, they're
rat.
listening. They're probably like, turn that off. They probably text Pan and be like, delete that.
No, make me.
They'll have some job now.
Yeah,
Jesus,
so that
that's
was
so
kind
annoying.
of. Yeah, that was and it was a big thing. It was like,
I can't understand like when they went to this little fucking this fake court that they set up.
yeah, it was in the library of our
Like,
school.
what was their what did they use to make you guilty?
So I think it was 3 substitute teachers that were brand new into the school that said they saw me.
What?
Yeah, so I think they only started, I think.
All right, okay.
And they said like, oh yeah, we seen him open the gate. But like, I was at the
What
very
was their motivation for that?
yeah.
back row. I don't
Unless
know.
the genuinely saw
Someone
Somebody
that looked like
opened
you.
and this is you're trying to plead innocent. I swear I didn't do it. Unless the genuine you just saw someone that looked like you that opened that gate
Yeah.
and they were convinced it was you and that's John Fitz 100%.
Yeah. But like,
But
even
how
like,
could you be that
what is it, like
convinced?
17, 18 years later, I'm still like, that wasn't me. Like, do you know,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
when, like my mom, dad mess about it, like I'm like that still wasn't me. Like, do you know,
It's horrible to be accused of
yeah,
that.
I'd
Yeah.
take responsibility for my actions, like,
Yeah,
but
of course,
I
yeah,
did
and own
not,
it, yeah.
own it. But I remember it blew up. It was on like every newspaper. It was on the radios. It was on RT News because
Bloody
it just drifted from the football field onto the road, which
Yeah.
causes traffic jams.
What, like, was it planned somehow that the schools
No,
were
I
going to be there?
don't know what happened. I honestly don't know what happened. Maybe it was just a really intense game.
Do you know what year would that have been?
I was in
I've kind of a
third year.
vague recollection of it happening.
So I finished leaving cert, was it 2009? So it would have been
2007-ish.
yeah, so around that, yeah. It was a big thing, like back in Tralee, like that.
Yeah.
Was like, but then imagine that you're this fella who got the whole blame for it, and you're put on this pedestal.
Yeah.
That he's
It's
this.
one, like everything was your fault.
You go imagine going into school after 5th year, being
Were you a
known.
bit of a legend, though?
There he is. That's him.
No, I didn't want. Yeah,
There he is. That's the fella.
I,
He killed 10 people.
yeah. I didn't want to be a legend. No, I was kind of something that definitely like affected me. You know,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah,
as I got
yeah,
older, like you
Yeah.
know, because then I started to rebel. I didn't listen in class, and
So then you just wore the badge, you know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, what was the point?
Exactly,
in-
yeah. If I'm going to be good and still get the blame, I'm going to be a cunt.
Yeah.
That's the way I would have done the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm going to wear this badge.
Wear
go.
it with pride.
Round 2, fight. Oh my god, that's so fucking annoying that you got the blame.
So that
Imagine a
was-
cunt that opened the gate and was sat there watching you go through all this
Yeah.
course,
Yeah.
watching you fucking get expelled from school, and sat and went to school that day. I was like, fuck it. I kind of feel bad. I should be the one that's expelled and not
Yeah.
fucking John.
I'd say he was just laughing.
That would be
Say-
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, to young boys especially.
It would, especially back then as well. Like there was no really talk of like mental health or anything like that. It was
Yeah.
just like you got caught, you deal with it. you know?
Yeah.
Especially in an all boys school, you're not gonna. do you
Yeah,
know?
get on with it.
Oh, it was an
Come on.
all boys school.
Yeah, so
Interesting. We went to an all girls school taught by nuns.
How do
Yeah,
you
look
How's
how we
that?
turned out.
Yeah.
Jesus. Is that what happened to you?
But that's my first time actually ever
Saying that story out loud, yeah.
out loud. Yeah, it's
Oh
my,
my
I said it in
God.
therapy, but then that was this is my first
Yeah.
time saying it.
Do you
and-
think you're
I would
Further
fucking,
along.
I don't know, I'd nearly want to challenge that today.
I would as well.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, like see, my goal
You
is
were completely in the wrong, and like, not that it affects you badly, because if anything, it affects you in a good way. There was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there was a good silver line. to
But
the
there's a
cloud.
lasting effect,
Yeah,
is my point. So do you, and especially after therapy, because you need to talk that stuff out because you
Yeah.
carry it in here. Do you feel any better now, having talked about it, or even today, even
Yeah,
saying
like-
it out publicly?
even with my daughter Robin, like if she came home from school and got in trouble, I would want every fact, detail.
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's what I've said to Eve.
Same
Like,
with any of my lads. Even if they're wrong, I'd still have their back. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Well, they need to know you
That
support
someone's there,
them.
always
yeah,
there, yeah.
yeah. Even if they're
Yeah,
wrong.
Even if they're wrong, yeah. It's like, fuck it, forget about it. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Actually, you had murder
Or
on
you-
Ava's behalf in school one time.
I did. I relish in this stuff. I'm like, please,
She's
please.
built for this.
I'm built for this. Please get in
Yeah,
trouble
for
so I can
And
go
then
in.
for the trouble we have online, you were built for it.
I'm so disappointed in myself this week, John. I can tell you that I spoke and I
She
shouldn't
reacted.
have. I reacted.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. It's fine. You get over it.
But you know that
I do-
analogy with playing chess with a pigeon?
No.
There's no point. You won't win because they'll just shit all over the board and act like they won anyway.
did you ever read the book The Chimp Paradox? No,
No.
I think you should get that book. Yeah,
Really? Will it
Yeah.
help me?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like
I don't know.
how
She's kind of beyond help now.
There's no
we
help in
just,
her.
we just,
I've
we
entered
just accept it.
Perry Rage.
But
so
you know what? In saying that, like that kind of attitude of her, like we spoke about this before. I remember my first day in the school, and I was kind of quite shy when I was a young fella.
Geez, you'd never think it.
Grow to that, didn't I? And I remember the fella on the bus, and he's actually from Ate, and sure we won't mention names, I suppose. And he came back, right, just because he was the school bully and he was the bus bully or whatever, and he pushed me into a seat, right, and I turned around and like, and Siobhan came back and caught him by the throat and pinned him up against the wall and started joking to him, and like I never had trouble again, do you know?
Yeah.
Silver lining to everything.
We just need
There's
Siobhan
a
there.
silver lining to lunatic. Do you know what? Just you were speaking about there, only because I was reading about it earlier today. And so many people look up to. Do you know Sean, that UFC? You won't know him, of course. Sean, although you might know him. Sean, what's the last name? The UFC guy.
Sounds like you don't know him.
1 second, no, hang on, no, until I look at this rectangular thing here.
Sure, any one of us would know who he was if we were using the internet.
You would know this fella now because he's kind of very outspoken. Sean Strickland.
No.
Do you know
Sean,
him?
Sean
No.
O'Malley.
Sean Strickland. So he'd be one of the most outspoken guys in the UFC, right? And he went on to Theo Von's podcast, and they're only talking away. And like Theo Von's podcast is generally kind of just speaking about,
Hang on, what's
just
his
kind of
name?
having a laugh.
He looks familiar, but
Does
I
he?
don't know him. No.
But and he went on to Theo Von's podcast, and they ended up talking about Sean's childhood, which was really traumatic. And they're all kind of laughing and joking. And Sean is known as this guy, the UFC is this tough guy.
I vaguely do recognise him actually.
You
Now
would.
that you say that. Oh, sorry. There. Hang on.
And
Oh yeah.
but he came out. I'm actually, now that I'm on his page, so I might as well fucking read it. And he
Go all in.
Go all in.
In fact, I think you showed me that clip one time.
Oh, you did. You did. Yes.
Yeah.
Fact check there. Yes, correct.
Now, no one can give out to us this week for not knowing.
Not knowing stuff.
It's okay not to know.
But I'm just going to get a quote for quote.
Take your time, sure, we've all day.
Has
Yeah.
some weather outside?
Well, it
Well,
is.
it is.
-3 yesterday, 14 degrees. That swing in temperature is ridiculous.
And water everywhere.
Oh yeah, right. So Sean went on to this podcast with Theo Von, right? And they were talking, just having a laugh. Next thing, Theo asked him a question about his childhood, and next thing he, like, as this tough UFC guy, doesn't give a shit, doesn't believe in anything, any therapy. He thinks everything is gay. This sort of fucking, he's that type attitude. His typical kind of, you know, he's
Hard
all
ass,
hard
kinda
ass, shooting guns and
pretending
all
to be
this.
really tough.
Next, he started talking about his childhood, and he broke down in front of Theo Von. And it was such a fucking shock that you could see this guy who's literally beating the fucking shit out of people for a living, shooting guns, and he was literally sat on the couch crying.
Well, you're a product of your environment, are you? It's just how you deal with it, isn't it?
Yeah. But anyway, then he posted this today, and he goes,
Yeah, like, there's the product.
"Hi, I'm Pat." But he goes, "Therapy is such a joke. You literally have to pay someone that gives no fucks about you to listen to your problems and pretend you matter. You don't matter. Now be a fucking man. Try to bury your demons, smile in the face of misery, and make a woman or child happy. Good luck."
He definitely got criticised for that, did he?
Jesus Christ.
Heavily.
Was he on Theo Von after that?
No, he did the Theo Von, and he said that like last night. He was on Theo Von earlier in the year. He literally posted that last night. He's like, "Fuck therapy."
He's
he gotten a lot of shots
hardwired
to the
now
head?
for.
The thing about it is, like, he's so looked up to in, I was going to say America, but across the globe. He's so looked up to, and for him to
That's damaging.
It is kind of a bit, because a lot of people do need therapy, and a lot of people
But even to be talking like that.
over here.
No, but I think
Just finished a year of therapy.
But isn't the whole point of therapy is that they're completely objective? They don't know you. You can offload, and it's as
I
unbiased
think
as you can
there's
be.
a saying in therapy is the answers you're looking for is the person you've never met, and that's your therapist. So you've never met them. So
Say that again?
it's the answers you are looking for is in the person you've never met.
Oh,
and that's
wow.
a therapist.
Okay.
So yeah.
Because, the objectivity.
Yeah. Because
Today-
yeah, it's like a free therapy session. Yeah. I'm coming here every week.
Once a week, every week.
Yeah. So it's funny about therapy because like when you sit down, they're like, "So how are you?" And the first thing you say is, "Yeah, I'm grand. How are you?" Like your first session is just it's awkward as fuck.
How was your first
Oh, I can
session?
imagine.
Awkward as fuck, man. It's like she even says that like it takes a few sessions to.
Because the spotlight is really on you because it's
Yeah.
all about you and stuff maybe that you haven't said out
But
loud
see,
before.
very
And you're really like you really want to say things, but you're like, oh, I don't know. Well, how will she react? Or
Of course, you have to build up trust.
I had a really brilliant therapist. She was in the stall, but I had her for just about a year. But like she was so good. Like, but she would put me on my spot, and if I said something, she'd be like, I think, do you know,
Yeah, you're wrong.
think about this now, and then
Yeah.
she'd say, if it's not a fact, it's a thought. She would tell me like, so. There'll
Oh,
be
nice.
things,
I like that. Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
jump to your.
If it's not a fact, it's a thought.
Yeah. So if it's not like a.
Because I remember I went to therapy
There's
once.
a lot of thoughts on this
Patrick,
podcast.
I know.
can I go to jail for
Particularly
this?
there.
If it's not write that one down for later. But I went to therapy once, and I was like, nah, that's not for me.
But it takes time. Like I remember my
I
first
know,
one,
yeah.
I was like, that's not for me either. But then
Yeah.
like every session, it's just like, you know, she just cracks into more
Yeah.
and more. I remember she got me to get a book. It's called The Attached, and I remember I read it, and I remember I came in with the book, and I was like, I'm a fucking avoidant and all this. And she's like, I knew it. She was like, I knew you were avoiding from the third session. Like, I was reading this book and I was like, oh my God, this is me, like.
Yeah.
And then my fiance Aoife would read it and be like, yeah, that's you 100%
Wow.
like, yeah. So
I'm just sitting there because it's clapping off the side of it. That's making me itchy. What was the name of that book?
Attached.
Mm.
And then it's just all about, like, you know, being an avoidant or an anxious person, or you know,
Check.
Just out of interest, like when you
Check.
spoke to your,
Or you could be like the O'Dwyers and deal with it through humour.
And we
humor,
have severe codependency as well.
Do we?
they're codependent on each other.
It's literally, are you going to the shop? Yeah, I'm going to the
go
shop.
with you.
I'll go with you. We'll go to the shop
We
together.
have to do that
the meme. Yeah.
The Spider-Man.
No.
So that's Spider-Man meme.
No, the one, it's the soundtrack to one of Alice DJ's songs, and it's like I can do it's something about it being a one-person job, but it's two people constantly doing the same thing. That's us.
In fact, we're going today to buy our Christmas trees together.
Who's older?
They're twins, sure.
Misha.
Are you
Well, we
twins?
didn't come out all at
you
once.
look.
She came out first, if that's what you
I
mean.
literally came
You
out
look really
arse-
young. Like
arse
you
first.
do look really young.
Oh, thanks.
What would it
What happened to you?
Hey, too many heavy deadlifts. Don't you come up to the top of a deadlift and your face is fucking contorted.
Yeah.
Especially like when Joan were doing a World's Strongest Man or Giant Slave competition, and they always show the clips backwards, and you can see clips of your face.
I saw a terrible video online last night, but it was so funny. But it was a fella watching videos, and he couldn't stop laughing, so his family were videoing him.
Oh,
Yeah, it was the. I actually don't think I can say it.
say it.
Okay.
It's a safe space, remember?
Where's the talking pillow? It was firefighters in America, but he was playing it backwards, so they were putting the kids back into the fire.
God, that's awful. I take it back, you can't say it.
We need to
But
edit
no,
that
this
bit
fella
out.
was watching. I was
Probably,
watching
yeah.
a video of his family having videoed him and how much he was laughing at it, and it was like, I think my dad is broken.
Anyway, to take the conversation away, do you know what I'm really interested in, John? Hyrox. Actually,
is it?
not for me personally, because I think it's like an assault on the body.
Just
but-
before we cover that,
okay, this is your show. So.
no, before we talk about Hyrox, we'll just talk about you had the Hyrox Irish Championships with this. I'm going to mess
Dublin
it up.
Hyrox.
Dublin Hyrox, which is like
It's kind of like Ireland, yeah.
it'll be
They're
all Ireland
Yeah.
Hyrox Championships, and you came third, wasn't it?
first in doubles and
Wow.
third in singles.
Third in
Nice.
singles, but weren't you third in singles due to a penalty that wasn't?
Yeah, I missed the lap.
You missed the lap.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
See, when you were in Hyrox, apparently Mike was filling me in on this, and he said you have to count your own laps and
Yeah.
shit, which
Yeah.
I think is a bit
What?
Oh,
fucking
we'd
shit.
be immediately we'd be out. I lose
Yeah.
count
No.
and everything.
Oh, yeah.
counting.
Like even when I'm doing my program, if I have to do something over 5 reps, forget
Forget
about
about
it.
it, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And and that's what I was good at. I was good at counting laps, so I don't know how.
So do people bring people with them to do their lap counting for them?
I remember running past Liam. You know Liam.
Yeah.
I remember running past Liam, and I was like, Liam, what fucking lap am I on? Liam, first day at Hyrox. I didn't even know what's going on. I didn't know what's going on. It's like
So-
best person to run.
So you missed the lap, you got a 3-minute penalty.
Yeah, so when you miss a lap, it
If you didn't pick up that penalty, would you have won?
probably would have got it in 58. Yeah, so I'm grand on wall balls.
Actually,
So-
just to rewind a little bit, for those humans out there that don't know what Hyrox is specifically, can you describe it?
So it's an 8K race, and in between each 1K,
An 8K race.
yeah, so it's 8K altogether.
Oh, I didn't
Okay,
know that.
yeah,
Huh?
so-
Learned
and
something
then-
over there.
No fear.
No, Phil.
In between each 1K, so you do a 1K, then you do 1,000 meter in the ski erg, 1K. Sled push is 50 meters
Marv.
at 152 kilos, I think, and then 1K. Then sled pull is 50 meters.
Jesus.
Then it's 1K. You're into 100 meters of burpee broad jumps. Another 1K,
My
and
God.
then you have the farmer's carry, which is 2 kettlebells, and you run with them. Well, people walk with them, but you run with them for 200 meters. 1K, 100 meter lunges, 1K, and then 100 wall balls to finish up. And it's
How
The
are you
wall
allowed
balls to
count?
finish. Oh my God, that's
Well, there's
wall
some,
balls
there,
are
now there's
disgusting.
someone there counting the wall balls for you and stuff, but
Yeah.
So what did you miscount?
my very, very last lap. So the way the way Hyrox runs, they build them in different venues. So Dublin, like they release the map of the venue, say 4 or 5 days before the event, and they'll go, this year it's 343. So you go in on 3. So you run around where the stations are. And when you see in, you go in on 3 for the first.
Right,
okay. And then from
Jesus, it's already too complicated for me.
And then from 2 to 7, you go in on 4. Yeah. So you go in on 4 from 2 to 7. And then the last one, you go in on 3 when you see the wall balls the third time. So it is kind of
Why does it have to be so complicated?
I don't know.
That's why they called it Hyrox.
But see, like every event around the world is different. Like you could, when we went to Berlin, it was outside in the Abandoned Airport. It was 1 lap.
Oh,
just
wow.
1K, you know.
That's less complicated.
So that sounds severe. Where does your head go? You know, when you're working out and you're getting to a point of failure and you're like, fuck this, I fucking hate it, I can't do it anymore. How do you deal with that, or how do you get past it?
You just, the worst question that comes into your head, like, you know, when you're in that hurt locker, when you're like fucked, if you tell yourself what lap I'm on, you're fucked. You're guessing, am I on 2, am I on 3, am I on 4? But like, it's such a weird sport, because when you're in it, you're like, why the fuck am I doing this? Like,
But everything is like that. Like, even if, for me in strongman, like if we have to deadlift 400 kilos for reps, and just as I'm about to, I can visually, we had a Britain's Strongest Man this year with 400 kilos, just standard bar deadlift for reps. And I can remember strapping into this going, why am I doing this? Because like there's millions of people online watching. There's 10,000-15,000 people in the stadiums watch it. There's loads of cameras, loads of lighting, there's a couple of judges. And it's like, oh my God. Imagine I don't do this. I am fucked if I don't do this. But then I go into this zone in my head. And I have this where I close my eyes and I go into this mode. It's like this room of me, and I can see me walking over to this wall, hitting this psychopath fucking switch in the wall, right?
That's a good visualization technique.
So it's literally me walking over. I was explaining this to one of the lads back in the gym the last day. So I envision me walking into this room, going over to this wall, hitting the switch, and I can feel the hair. When I hit the switch, I can physically make the hair stand up across and I literally be like this, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to smash it. I'm not going to stop until I fucking die.
Dragon Ball Z
kind of thing, and I just strap onto the bar and just fucking blast it out.
I think you would go viral if you did. You'd be the first strongman to do Hyrox. I think you have to do it.
Challenge accepted.
Fair, like, I'm working on my run at the minute. My run at the minute is awful, and I am trying really hard at it because I'm doing it every day. And I even started boxing this week.
Oh, I saw that. Why?
Just because I want to beat shit out of people.
And
anti-rage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your sister will do that for you.
Fucking hell, I'd love to punch someone in the face. A couple of people in mine too. But yeah, I'd love to. But see, I get trouble because with my calves at the minute, it's like...
What's wrong with your calves?
They get so sore.
Too heavy.
Too heavy. But see, that's what it is, because every time I take a hop, like I'm 100 and... I think I'm going up to 135 kilos. Every time I jump, it's 130 kilos onto one leg at a time.
That is horseshit, and I will tell you why. He floats up like a feather on top of the box to do box jumps.
And stings like a bee.
And stings like a bee.
Is there anything you can do?
Plenty. How long have we got?
But yeah, I'd love to do a Hyrox. But
we could do doubles. We could do doubles together.
I'll just make you do all the running.
You have to do running with me. You have to do running with me. We can split the stations.
But see, the stations don't bother me. Do you know, like the ski erg? Like, I'm really good at ski erg. I'd be good at sled push.
You bend it.
I have actually all Irish records in the ski erg.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Does it definitely have a G at the end?
Yeah, ski.
Ski erg.
Yeah, ski erg.
Yeah,
ski erg. Yeah, erg.
Why?
Bike erg, ski ergs, yeah.
Because it just seems like it should be called skier. Like they could have saved the G.
Yeah.
The erg stands for something. Siobhan, check that square thing there.
Oh.
I bet you it's ski erginator. It's like ski erginator, but it's shortened down to ski erg.
Ski erginator.
I bet you erg is like short for
Ergon.
Ergator.
Stein.
Ergid. Can you think of any words beginning with erg? E-R-G.
Quick.
Concept 2 is the brand that founded the ski erg machine. Oh no, my sign is gone.
God, she's such an idiot. If you whisper over here, you can't hear us.
Just can't get the staff.
I can't see the screen because I don't have my glasses. Pulling down on 2 handles that mimic the technique using the Nordic skiing.
we know what it is.
Anyway, I can't find it. Why is this part my job?
Yeah, we don't know.
Totes
We're
profesh.
asking ourselves the same question. But yeah, so you own we'll go back to your gym as well. You own a bit of a gym as well. you started off in, we're just looking at photos during the week, you started off in like
A barn.
next
to a horse.
next to horses
With no electricity. Holes in the roof. Yeah, holes in the roof. And at night we bought a sensor, like me, Liam and Podge, and when one person was going in during his set, like we had to jump up in front of the sensor light.
oh my god
And then the light will turn on and we'd be like, go, 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 go. And it's
Really?
Jeez.
Jesus
I know
Christ.
where erg came from. Just to
I have
interject
to.
really
No,
quickly.
I have to because it's my job and I found it and I'm going to say it.
well, let's pretend Siobhan found it. Okay, go
Ski
ahead.
ergometer.
Ergometer.
yeah.
So I was right, it was short for something.
Is it ergometer or ergometer?
Well,
That's
you
for
all-
another day.
As I find I will make a decision.
We're back in
What
court.
prompted you to buy a gym or just to start up in the first place? Like, you were in a gym already, and then you were like, do you know what? I can do this.
See, I was buying equipment since I was younger, so I was buying.
You ran out of space. So you needed a business then.
That seemingly is it.
I was buying machines and putting them in storage, so I'd have machines in storage for like 3 or 4 years. So like I used to save up a bit of money, any money I could get, because I was fucking broke. And at the end of the year, I'd buy like barbells, or if there's machines on offer, I'd buy them. Just put them all in storage. I think they were in storage for about 5 years.
There's a
Where?
discipline there, isn't
So
there?
just-
You organised your
so,
time and your
yeah.
money and you went and did it. So
I was-
there's a focus and a discipline,
Yeah,
which demonstrates why you would be a champion at something and an entrepreneur.
yeah. So I always knew, even when I was younger, like fail leave and start collecting social welfare, I was collecting like €100 a week. People would be like, what are you going to do when you're older? I'd be like, I'm going to own a gym. I'm going to build a gym someday.
Nice.
So
And it's good to see like you came from like that shithole that you're in
Yeah.
like there's no other word for it.
We kind of went to a bigger shithole, because the unit we took was bad.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, so we went from the barn to a bigger shitter barn.
Into what you have now, which would I would genuinely say is probably one of the best gyms in Ireland. It's one of the most equipped. You have machines in there that you just wouldn't see in other gyms. Like
Yeah.
for argument's sake, like even that standing chest press.
Yeah.
It's just something you wouldn't see in an ordinary gym.
A lot of them are from Switzerland, so a lot of gyms wouldn't have them.
Oh right, that's
okay.
the reason behind that. There you go.
But
No,
it's
yeah.
because myself, Liam and Podge, like, we're massive into machines. Like, you know, we'd always go test them before him. But like, if we bought a shit machine, there was days where we bought a machine, it came, and we were like, 3 hours later, you have to go collect this. We want our money back, because it was just
A ball of shit.
a ball of shit. Yeah,
Fucking hell.
and that happened a lot.
I love machines as well, like T400.
What?
I know, hang on.
What you call me?
Then
How does that go over your head?
you're on about the
T400.
AT gym, then, is it?
That's something to do with the Terminator.
Well, no, like the only two, T400 is the Terminator.
Oh, it didn't go over my head, turns out.
No, what I forgot about you. I tell you for a long time.
Yeah, we're in AT for like 2 years, I think.
No, I just had I thought you went from like the stable or the barn to like the gym you're in now.
No, we were in AT for about 2 years in a bigger shitter barn, which was like, I
The
remember,
gym
like,
is hard work, isn't it?
Very
Because
hard work.
I used to own a gym one time, me and 2 other lads, and Jesus Christ, talk about a thankless job. And like the thing about
Who were you
trying to
expecting
I was
thanks
going to
from?
say, yeah, we all operate under capitalism, so correct.
literally no one said thanks.
I was only in it for the thanks and I never got it.
Ireland makes it so hard to open a business and run a business. Jesus
Yeah, it
Christ, it's just all these different fucking rules and regulations, and like
It's expensive.
it's not even, no, it's stupid.
Okay.
Stupid expensive is the word I'd say, because like they came in and they shut us, like they shut us down because our doors weren't wide enough and our ceiling was too high, and
But you had no control over that.
do you know what I mean? That's
All right,
that's
point
my
made.
point. That's my point there.
We
no?
leave that there, so yeah.
But
Job done.
he's not wrong though, because when we opened in Newcastle, the day later, a council were inside our gym.
the council were,
Yeah,
yeah,
saying,
that's what I mean.
Jesus
to-
Christ, and the potholes in the roads, and they won't fix
Yeah, the
those.
fuckers. The size of that thing. That's bigger
Oh,
than...
outside there, yeah, I know
Yeah.
the one you're on about, yeah.
There's smaller craters on the moon than that fucking hole into the centre of the earth. Usually there's a truck parked over it or
Yeah.
near it, so you avoid it. But when the trucks aren't there, maybe more than once I've accidentally driven into it, and no
where's this
wonder I needed
pothole
my
now? Because I'm
fucking
going home
shocks done.
soon. Like, where's this?
The pothole, do you know what? If you passed out your gym and go around the corner,
Just
if you
beyond
pass
Tygo
out
Connors.
Tygo Connor on the
Yeah.
right hand side, there's a pothole
yes,
there.
yes.
You'd park your car in it,
You
it's
could
that
sit on a
big.
hot day, you could sit by and paddle your feet.
So I go back to the
gym.
gym to the boys. What you talk about on podcast?
Potholes.
Well, do you know what? we were saying we were going to get some graffiti spray and draw dick and balls, because then they'd
Job
have to
knob.
get rid of it.
They'd have to fix it, yeah.
Yeah.
Do that.
There's our Saturday plan.
But you're
Okay,
just
so we have
after,
to buy Christmas trees and then draw a dick on the road.
you're just
Yeah.
after admitting to damaging public stuff.
I didn't actually do it yet. Yet being the operative word.
I need to be adopted into this family, man.
Absolutely.
Get away with so much. What gets you barred from your gym immediately? Like, what would have to happen to get you? Because I feel like
from the lab?
from the lab. I feel like you'd be fairly open to reasoning. What would be like, nah, get out, you cunt.
We have one person for Robin. Bags.
Robbing bags.
Oh, they're patrons' bags.
Like, yeah.
Oh my
Why
god.
would you do
to be
that?
fair, like we left them off. Like we did left them off. We just said, look, just don't come back. Like I know you're a young fella. You make mistakes. We have you on
You should
CCTV
have
footage.
set up
And
a
it
court in
was
the gym.
like he was training. Yeah. He was
I'd be the
training.
judge. Settle down.
He was training, and we just called him into the office, and I was just like, look.
What was his reasoning? Like what?
what's anyone's reason
I
for robbing
heard they're
shit?
actually, you know, to be fair, they're barred from all the rest of the gyms in Newcastle.
Oh,
right,
really?
Okay.
And
So
yeah,
they
I gave
have
them
form.
I gave them a benefit of the doubt, but that got
She was like, don't come back, you cunt.
yeah.
What a horrible
But,
thing
like,
to do to other people.
Yeah.
We were warned about them, but I just said to people, like, I can't do
Give them a
nothing
chance.
until
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
catch
yeah.
them on
Yeah, yeah.
CCTV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we caught him, and then he was like, I didn't steal anything, and I was just like, got my phone out, and I was just like, look, here you
It was
clearly
actually
are.
him on camera.
Yeah, and I said, look, I'm not gonna fucking get the guards. I'm not gonna tell your mom and dad. I was just
What
like,
about the person he robbed off? Like,
I gave her, so it was a PT money for one of the coaches, and I gave her money back. So the money they robbed from her,
Oh, you gave it to
we
her.
just gave it
okay,
back to her
okay.
and said, look, we're so sorry because you know, technically, like, we need to put in lockers and stuff, and it was our fault. But that was the only kind of barred. And then when they were vaping in the gym.
Yeah,
Drives me
yeah.
fucking
What?
mad. Yeah, and the
Who vapes in a gym?
two young fellas were in the bathroom together vaping.
I mean, like in a gym.
Yeah.
And then you go work out with like 3/4 of your lung capacity gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, like, there was nothing really else. Like, you know, if something broke, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'll just
Oh, you can't blame someone for breaking, yeah.
Or like if an accident happened, like, look, it's an accident, like, don't.
Anytime anyone would be using my strongman equipment, I'd always say to them, if you lose control, dump it. Do not be afraid
Yeah.
of break equipment. You can fix equipment. You can't fix a broken back.
Throw it off John's
Yeah.
mirror.
Just hop it off John if you can. Extra points if you hit John.
Yeah. We're kind of chill there.
That's,
Like,
I mean, that's why I ask, because you're a fairly
yeah.
chill gym. Like in
We're-
like some gyms, like, you know, in America, the
Planet Fitness with the alarm.
the lunk alarm,
Yeah.
The what?
a lunk alarm.
A lunk
If you
alarm.
grunt, isn't it?
If you grunt or roar or drop a bar or make any sort of noise, an actual alarm goes off.
Well, do you know what
And
now?
you have to get thrown.
I can understand some of it. Fellas hopping bars off the ground just to show you they were lifting something heavy. Like, fuck off. No, but excessively so. But I understand things are
I
heavy
do
and
it
you drop them.
excessively so sometimes.
But yeah, if you're doing 400 kilos or 300 kilos.
Yeah, there's a big
That's a
difference
big
between
difference.
400 kilos and a fella with like two fucking 25
There's
plates.
actually 2 times I'll hop a bar to the ground, right? So, do you know if I'm going for
When
something?
I'm angry and when I'm not angry.
So, like, if I'm doing something that's really heavy, like, and I'm really fucking, like I say, I'm in that psycho, I'm hitting the switch, I'm up, and I press this bar, and I get it overhead, I'm like, and it was really good rep that I was really wanting to hit my whole training cycle, I'll be like, fucking yes! And I'll slap it off the ground, right? And I have no control over that, because I forgot to turn the switch off. The other time is, if I'm in training right now, prep for competition, and this happens so much, it's so annoying. And do you know when you're warming up, it's just not that day.
Yeah.
You're just not feeling it. Nothing's clicking. It happened to me and you before. We were training inside in the bodybuilding, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it was a simple, like, looking back, it was just such a simple routine exercise to me. It was an axle press, just 120 up the shoulders, press overhead for 5 reps. I would piss in my worst day, but not I went to clean it, because when you clean up an axle, you have to land it here in the stomach, and I went to clean it, and it slipped down and caught my skin in the belt, and I was like,
We
then
were
I-
in there for all of 5 minutes after driving all the way into Limerick. I was
You
like,
drove off?
fuck
So
this.
Leslie tried it again, went to press. The press was awful. Threw it down. I said to Chris, I'm having one more go at this. And if this
then we're
doesn't go,
leaving.
I'm fucking out of here. I was like, don't even record this.
Just hanging around.
So I cleaned the axle, did not go. I literally caught the bar halfway up and I fucking threw it and I hopped it off the wall. I was like, out of here, come on, let's go. And just abandoned it. It's like, oh my God.
But there's people who do it like all the time and it's for show. Like
people who
the
roar.
roaring part. Exactly.
There's no need to roar.
No need for
I never roar, ever. Unless I drop something on my foot.
Unless.
Then I'll roar.
Yeah.
What keeps happening? It's like there's a ghost over on your side over there.
Is he back?
Something keeps flying past your camera. Oh my God, he's right behind you.
Wait, Halloween is over.
Did your ghost come back? No.
I was just going to say that.
See, there's been so much happening outside recently that I don't know if it's a ghost or if it was stuff happening outside.
What do you mean outside? Outside your house?
Yeah, like snow making noise.
And famously, snow puts ghosts off.
Like, oh, snow. No, do you know when, like yesterday, for argument's sake, I was sitting down on a couch like that, working, and a load of snow came off the roof, all in one, and just plumped outside the door.
That's physics, man.
Yeah.
It did at my house as well.
But that's what I'm saying, like that wasn't a ghost.
Oh wow! Thanks for clearing that up.
Okay,
because
there was the control.
Because immediately I went ghost. I was like, oh no, snow.
Oh, you were able to rationalise it. That's what you're saying.
That's what I mean. Yeah. So many ghost things are being rationalised by other things.
Do many people come up to you in the lab?
Come up to me.
Yeah, like young fellas and.
They did at the start.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joe did. A lot of them came up to me actually when I was boxing the last night. I was like, I didn't think anyone would know because it was a very young crowd there.
Yeah.
And one fella come up to me and goes, oh, I just love watching your videos. Like, oh yeah, cool, yeah. Then I just,
That's
I,
mean
I
used
hate
to.
it.
You used to love watching videos.
Yeah, I was like,
what do you mean used to?
And I hate talking about myself. So I always, I do.
Now we're telling lies on the podcast, apparently.
But I always turn it back in them and I'd be like, what's crack with you? How when you start training? Like I'll always question them. Like I hate it. I was like, no, I don't talk about me. Okay. Well, okay, if you want to say.
Enough about you. Let's talk about me.
But one fella came over to me and he was like, oh, hey, it's lovely to meet you. And he was staring at me like this, and I knew straight away like he was under a shot of pressure. And I was like, Jesus, you look, you're in fair shape. What age are you? He goes like, oh, I'm 15.
I love you.
My name is I love you.
I mean.
And he was in really good shape for a young fella. He was like 14, 15. I can't remember what age he said to me because I was like, oh. And he was like, and I said to him, what's your name? He goes, I can't really remember. I don't remember names. I'm really bad for names. And I was like, you're in really good shape. Look at the size of you for such a young age. He goes, you're the reason I started lifting weights.
Go where?
And I was like, me? And he goes, yeah.
Little old me?
Little me? Wow, move. But yeah. So I
Yeah,
got a lot of it at
people
boxing.
always say it to us, like,
Yeah.
how do I train in your gym? What's he like?
An asshole. Like,
If you really knew him. And then, yeah, because we just see you as like parano, like, because you just come in every day,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
chatting to and stuff. Like, but I'd say when a young fella sees you, they're like,
Yeah. I don't ever think about it really.
He
I don't
loves
know.
it. He loves it.
I actually don't. Because see, like I've been doing it so long that I don't really care.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know?
I don't even see it anymore.
And I don't mind once I'm not in that zone where, do you know,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
working up to
training,
my
yeah.
compound, my heavy compound. I don't even mind it when I do my accessory work, but do you know, if I'm doing like my heavy overhead set or my heavy squat or my heavy deadlift, it really annoys me. People talk to me, and I will look like, okay, I shouldn't talk now. I'll have that because I'll be staring at the ground. I'll be breathing heavy. I'll be red and sweaty. I will just look unapproachable for a reason because I don't want to be approaching that when I'm in that zone because it throws me off.
Well,
completely.
you've male bitch face.
I do have a great, and I
So
hate
do you
that.
actually?
Male bitch face.
Look at the moustache now.
My Ronnie.
Tasher.
But no, I wouldn't pay any heed to that.
Is that not like a universal general rule in a gym that you just don't
imagine
approach
so.
someone when they're like you see them relaxed walking around?
but I'd say young fellas just probably get excited when they see
Young
you.
fellas do get a bit,
Yeah.
can I ask you a question? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, work yeah.
What you eat?
What you eat?
What you
Yeah.
bench?
It's like, oh.
Actually,
This
what
again.
do you eat for the Hyrox training?
Yeah.
It's
Do you
kind of
really
the
do-
same as I was
Can
doing
I just
bodybuilding,
search
like.
because I've seen you with your top off, right? You're a homo. But how are you so ripped?
My food, man. I'm very.
You have to be dedicated because even
Yeah.
they got a new hoodies and t-shirts and stuff are actually really nice, and I got stuff in as well which I'm not really happy with. And I was like, let me try on yours, and it was like full fucking set of abs. And I was like, well, I don't have them.
It's all, yeah.
So you've the abs built into the clothing. Like
It's good marketing. It's good marketing. Yeah, I just be weird with my food. It'd be very like just same thing every day.
Are you're counting calories and macros and
not
clean
really
eating?
anymore? Like because I kind of just brought the bodybuilding diet over to the Hyrox. I don't think.
Is there a difference between the two?
Yeah, so you would eat a lot more doing Hyrox because there's a lot more running. You'd like so all I did was just increase more rice, increase more oats. You know, started eating a lot more vegetables, but I just same from bodybuilding. I just eat the same thing. Every day. It doesn't bother me. Like I don't eat for enjoyment. I eat to perform well. So,
How many calories would you eat in a day?
Roughly anywhere from like 3.5 to 4.
Okay.
But it'd be
not that many, is it?
No, but it'd be all like
diet. all
consumed last night.
When I was cutting, like my calories was 3,500.
You must be
When you were
starving,
cutting,
right?
Jesus.
Starving, yeah.
Yeah, because you would take
I
in.
was so hungry.
You've taken 10,000 calories before.
Yeah.
Like
Over,
how? Like?
Yeah, and some days when I calculated. I remember I was working with Nathan Payton. He's one of the top nutritionists in the world. And he had me on this diet. It was such a strange diet, but it so worked. It's so good. But it was all meat and protein. It was based all on protein. Like before bed, my last meal before bed was like 300 grams of mince with an apple.
What?
It was so odd, yeah, but it fucking worked because I turned into such an animal inside in the gym. But
why aren't you still doing it so?
because it's really hard.
Okay, fair enough.
Like 10,000 calories
before
of meat,
bed.
No, but like it wasn't. It was in around. Like he doesn't count calories. He counts how you feel in training.
Yeah.
He literally goes by how you feel, do you know, and he goes by sugar levels as well because he works with Tom Stoltman, who's the world's strongest man, and he'll go to world's strongest man with Tom Stoltman, and he keeps coming over, checking his blood levels.
I was going to ask, yeah.
So he keeps pricking his finger to see.
We can't say any words that have any sort of rude connotation, and we will take it up that way because we're all toddlers.
Who you having, prick? And just keeps checking it to make sure his sugar levels. So if he dips, he would literally come over with a tray of donuts, and he would like eat 6 donuts right now.
Oh, I could do that
Oh
diet.
my God,
You think you
imagine.
could?
I know,
but like,
yeah,
do you know,
yeah.
you're under pressure.
Every day.
And
Eating,
every
but like,
day,
Does it,
eating
does it not
10,000
take the
calories.
joy out of eating when you're watching everything and you're not eating because you're hungry, you're eating because it's
But that's
part
of the
of a plan?
process.
Yeah.
It depends, I suppose, on how much you want it.
Yeah, how bad you want it.
Yeah.
Not badly.
I want to
They
grab
say
like
a true man's character is what he does behind closed doors and nobody's watching. So,
Oh, another good one.
yeah, I'm full of quotes and books.
Jesus.
Yeah. But it's like
Say that one
when
again?
a true man's character is what he does behind closed doors when nobody's watching. So like you could go to the gym and lift all this thing, but you can go back home and be like, I'm just going to eat this. Yeah. It was like for Dublin Hyrox because I was only supposed to do singles, so my goal was to win Dublin singles, but I got asked to do doubles on a Sunday, and I just said fuck it, look, I'll concentrate on my singles first and I'll do doubles on the Sunday. And then 2 days before the competition I got a text from Darragh O'Keefe, he's in Hyrox Limerick, that his partner got put into hospital. He had like a mini stroke, like, which is crazy. So young, he didn't even know. Would I fill in for him? So I had to do doubles Friday, singles Saturday, and then doubles Sunday.
Wow.
My God, you must have
Jesus.
been broke up on Monday.
So yeah, so then I was kind of like, I kind of worried at the start. I was like, this will affect my singles a small bit, like, but look.
Oh, so the
Yes.
doubles was on before the singles?
Yeah, so I double singles, doubles.
Man.
So I had to stay in a hotel for 3 days, and Liam came up on the second day, but like I had to bring my rice cooker, smoothie maker. So like it was like clockwork. The minute we got off the Hyrox, I had to go back to the hotel, recovery boots, rice, oats, blend.
Wow.
That's how we do it though.
Yeah, and
Do you know?
Liam was there like, okay, your next meal's at 10 o'clock and then you're going to have your next meal, put on the boots.
So handy to have someone like that in your corner.
Oh, he was so good.
Fair play to him.
He was fucking so good, like, 'cause I
So
remember,
handy.
like, yeah.
Because Brian Shaw does that. Like, Brian Shaw is probably the most professional strongman I've ever seen, ever. Like, we go to World's Strongest Man, he'll have a fridge shipped to his apartment where he'll be staying at the location.
Wow.
And he'll ship all his food there so that even when he gets there, nothing changes. His food doesn't change, nothing, do you know?
It's attention to detail.
And see, that's it. And it played off because obviously he's probably the greatest of all time in strongman, and it's down to stuff like that. That he's
Attention to
just
detail.
such a professional. And like you say, he would be one of those guys behind closed doors that does all the things that you're meant to do, do you know?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Anyway, let's root for more
a lot of
questions.
work.
Is anyone has any more
Wow.
questions?
How do you do it all?
How to do it
I don't know.
Favorite question.
all? So here's one that
Uh-oh.
Why are you laughing? Yeah, I'm kind of nervous now.
I laughing.
We didn't tell you about this section of the show.
It's like OnlyFans section.
Brad, motherfucker.
Who was the biggest country ever? No, have you ever had a PT, Clyde, where you couldn't take them anymore because they were so annoying? I must have about, because I used to be a PT in as well. And
You've loads of stories.
And I'd be thinking to myself, how am I going to get rid of this person? Have you ever had that?
See, that'd be Liam and Podge's story, because I kind of...
I don't really PT
I
anymore.
don't PT, yeah. The boys, like Podge's clockwork, like PT,
Yeah,
PT. Liam with PT as well, so that'd be definitely... I don't have anyone, I don't think.
Oh,
And usually when I did PT with someone, like, you know, I'd only do maybe one a week. And I get on great with them. Like.
Yeah. So most of your stuff is online coaching more or less,
Online
is it?
coaching as well, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, and then just the Hyrox classes then.
Jeez.
But you definitely meet, I'd say. That's the boys would have...
I did PTing like full time for about a year or a year and a half or 2 years.
That was long enough.
You're literally just talking to Betty about her flowers, like.
Yeah,
Someone-
a lot of 70% is like that. It's like therapy for them.
Yeah,
They just
yeah.
come in here. I remember one.
To you.
I remember one fella came in to me and like I couldn't get him to do anything. Like
What?
We'd jump up on the bike or we'd do a bit of warm up, and I'd always get him to warm up for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'd get into some compound stuff and some accessory stuff. I couldn't get him to do anything because he was doing so much talking. He'd be in the middle of a story, and I'd be like, all right. Oh, cool, yeah. But it was literally therapy for him. And I knew by this fella, he was fucking crazy. Proper crazy. And he was just getting everything out. And he found that his girlfriend was cheating on him. So he'd been coming to me and just telling me all about this. And he was like, I came in the door one day and she was up on top of some other fella inside in the kitchen and just plays in my mind. And I was like, you didn't kill him? He goes, no. And like he was coming consistent to me. It was like something like every Tuesday and Thursdays and like that. And I was actually kind of enjoy him, to be fair, because
You're getting the gossip. You're going home.
he was
Guess
actually-
what?
Yes, I have him in again tonight for more gossip.
But how crazy was he if he didn't attack that man? Or her?
Maybe he just isn't a violent human and was really
It drove
sad.
me crazy, like Charlie in Choc Factory. No, that's not so crazy.
Chocolate.
But then he was meant to come in to me this one Tuesday, right? And he texted me, he goes, won't be in tonight, lol. And I was like, that's random now from you. I was like, what's after happening? I'm inside for a while. And I was like, you're inside.
Oh, maybe he did
Didn't
do
you work?
something.
What are you inside?
Everyone
in?
has a limit.
What are you inside in? And I messaged him back, I was like,
The
what?
cling.
Who or what are you inside
I'm
in?
doing a stretch.
And,
How many other ways can I tell you?
He was inside in 5B, basically.
Oh, I thought you meant jail.
I thought
No.
jail.
I thought that as well, yeah. I was like, he's after killing her.
So he's in 5B. So that's something sort of broke his melt eventually.
Yeah,
And
he
it's
just
like,
had to
okay.
give in and like, I'm done
Actually, I
with this
feel a
shit.
bit
Jeez,
sorry for
that's
him.
terrible.
Oh, well.
Well, I hope he
I hope
gets
he's okay,
a
yeah.
positive
I hope he's okay
experience
as well.
out
He's
of
a nice
it.
fella. Bitch.
Still owes you €50 for last.
Yeah. There's actually one client that still owes me money
Oh
for
my God.
and I see her and I'm like, you still owe me money, you cunt. And, and I look at her because I want her to come up to me. I don't want to be the one asking for it. I was like, oh, Jesus, I was looking for 25 quid. How broke is
That's a
that?
cheap session.
How long has she owed it to you?
About 4 years, 3 or 4 years. And I look at her.
And he'll carry
Add
that
interest
for the
on that
next...
as well, so...
Interest easily 30. When you first got into the gym, who influenced? Who's like your idol?
Totally fishing
I'd be reading the magazines like Ronnie,
Oh, Jesus, thank you.
Thanks.
like Ronnie Coleman and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd be kind of my idols when I...
I'd have a few, like Ronnie Coleman was probably one of mine. I've seen like Ronnie Coleman back in the day, like there was no internet or YouTube or anything like
It was
that.
all the magazines.
It was magazines and DVDs, and like I had all Ronnie Coleman.
Sounds weird.
My God. My God.
Why does my son have a lot of men magazines in his room?
And that's what it was. I had a stack, not joking, that high, like two. Oh, there's something drawn at your house, I think, still.
You left a lot of stuff in my house.
Flex, with it.
Flex
And
and
muscle
muscular development.
Muscle, yeah.
Yeah. And
You can imagine what I was thinking. And loads of clothes and socks stuck together. Like,
what is that?
Immediately,
Oh
no.
my God.
Like a thing crawled out of the shop. Help me.
like a half-formed, muscly baby thing.
Kill me. With one eye.
My God. My God.
Do you know who would have been one of my guys that got me into the gym as well was Batista.
Oh, yeah.
Batista's one of the top
He
wrestlers.
lost a load of weight.
He had
From
to, I
movie,
suppose.
yeah.
Why?
Because he's sick of being the muscly guy in movies. He wants to play a more, what's the word I'm looking for?
Less muscly.
More serious roles?
More serious roles that's not.
Same with John Cena. John Cena lost a load of weight for a role as
And
well.
it's literally that because they get paid
Really?
more when you're
Thinner.
Normal.
yeah, like not you're normal, but
I suppose you can't be typecast if you
Typecast.
look more like
they want to get out of
normal
this
people.
typecast role. They want to play roles where they're not the
The big
muscly
guy. Yeah.
guy. So yeah, Batista would have been one of my fucking go-tos. Siobhan, have you any more
then.
questions over there?
Well, we're moving toward our...
Yeah, it's nearly time to talk about. Have I got anything else for you?
I was going to say, have you ever done any podcast like this before? Been on the radio talking
Nothing
about
like
your
this.
business?
Yeah, I've done a few podcasts, 2 podcasts, I think.
Oh, cool.
This is
I'm
my
interested,
favourite one
actually.
now.
Do you still get therapy?
No, I finished.
You finished with it?
Yeah. Well, she finished with me. Kind of heartbroken.
Oh my god, awkward.
Yeah.
What she? Like,
She's kind of like, I think you're all right now. And I was kind of like, whoa.
So you're breaking up with me?
Yeah, what's going on here? Yeah, you know, at the end, you kind of, when you're going to them, there's not really much. You know,
fizzle out,
everything. She did bring in a few things that change. She'd give you homework, and they really do help. Because why I went to therapy as well, like, because I couldn't switch off. So it's constantly like, you know, if we got the clothing done, I'd move on to the next project. Or unit 1's not even done, I'm on to unit 2 already.
Yeah.
And that'll bring that back home, where I wasn't spending time with my daughter. I wasn't,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
What
And
age is your daughter?
she's 6.
Oh,
Yeah. So I couldn't just switch off. I'd be first thing in the morning, I'd get up, I'd be straight to the phone, walk past her and Aoife, straight to the iMac.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know,
Yeah,
then straight to
yeah.
the gym,
Yeah.
and then come home and they're in bed. So this has gone on for about like, you know, a year or two.
Yeah.
Couldn't control my moods as well. Like 1 minute I'd be very down and
Yeah.
very like dark. It was Aoife that taught me to go, because I'd go into a dark place, I wouldn't talk to anyone for like 3 or 4 days. Like not Liam, Podge, Aoife. I'd
Wow.
walk into the gym, I'd walk past everyone.
Yeah.
Because my brain's somewhere else. Like brain's like, all right, you
Yeah,
gotta,
I get that a lot as well. And
you gotta-
constantly
you
think
gotta-
about some other stuff.
you gotta fix that. But she did this thing. She said this thing which was,
Something to do with wasps.
No, it's not, is it?
Look up figs. The square thing there, Siobhan.
Sorry, sometimes the podcast goes like this where it is like,
it's like my brain now. It's like this.
Yeah.
shut at me when the car goes.
Yeah.
Fig rolls.
I think she said something to Wanda this week. This would be kind of good with you. She was like, she's like, I need you to wake up every morning now. You don't go on the phone until you drop your daughter to school, until you finish your work on the iMac. And she was like, people that go on their phone first thing in the morning say, you like 500,000 followers before, was it?
Yeah.
But we'll still
Yeah.
still there with the city universe.
Yeah. It's not over yet.
She said, like, would you leave 5,000 followers, 5,000 people walk into your room in the morning? And I said no. And she's like, why are you doing it through a screen then?
Oh,
It's like your brain, your brain can't handle your brain, first thing in the morning, your brain can't handle technology. So it can't handle
What's in front of you.
the so much going on. Like, and that's how people get depressed as well, because they'll wake up and they'll see Betty in the fucking Caribbean on a boat.
Yeah.
And this one's,
The only thing
No.
is, like, I wouldn't buy into none of that shit. I think literally 100% and 100% of what's on social media is fake.
oh yeah.
All across Instagram
can't
is
all
fake.
be fake.
It's all fake.
I think
To
a
some
lot of it
extent,
is fake,
everything
yeah.
is fake. Yeah.
To some extent, everything is fake. 60% of the time, every time.
But I genuinely think it is. Genuinely, yeah.
It's a
all
it's
fucking
a fake
shit.
world, like.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it
so
is.
even,
It's
like,
shiny penny all the time, isn't it?
Yeah.
But even like the stuff that I do online and where I'm being funny, like I could be in a fucking
Wait,
cunt of a
wait.
mood.
Are you fake?
That's what I'm just about to say. So like when I'm doing a reel and I'm laughing and joking, I'm flicking
then-
heads off, I could be in a fucking cunt of a mood behind that. It's like fucking flick your fucking head.
But isn't that like real life as well? You go
But
into
that
a
just
job
shows-
and you have to pretend to be kind of not
Yep.
in a bad mood or deal with people and
Or deal with customers when you can't say what you actually think?
don't they say the happiest relationships are the ones not on social media?
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
And a sure sign of one that's breaking down is
Is
you
the
know,
yeah,
whether-
yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Here, just
On
here,
holidays,
hubby.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so
Where would you like your gym to go? Where, like, because you're always, the one thing I notice about you is you do not settle or stop.
no.
It's always, what can we do next? Where we go? So what would you like? What would the finished product look like for you?
Do you know them car salesman garages with the glass in the front?
Yeah.
The massive ones.
Yeah.
There.
That's what you want.
Yeah. Every time I drive to Tralee, I say to Aoife, someday I'm gonna have a
A gym that has the glass and you can see everything.
It's massive. Everything kind of like maybe 1 or 2 floors, but I love to have everything just on one massive floor. Just
And that's the building, that's the gym. What about the brand and your personal brand? Where do you want those to go?
Millions.
Like, people like when the lab was being built, people said it's not going to work. And I think that was
naysayers.
It was karma. I think the universe was on my back on that one, and my Lehman Podge's back. It was complete karma because people said you're built it during COVID. You're in a village. It's a tiny unit. You're not gonna. I don't think you should do this. And then I remember we built it in Ate, and people were like, it's not going to last. I was hearing comments like, oh, when they close down, we'll buy the equipment off them. And I think it was the universe that could say like, okay, give these fellas a bit of a fucking boost here. And then, but it happened so fast. Like one day we just bought a machine. I remember we were scraping. I remember like me and Liam and Podge were like scraping money together to buy a hack squat. So I'd have a bit of money, and then Podge was sending a bit of money, and Liam was sending money. And we buy a hack squat, and then it just blew up from there. It just went so fast. Yeah. And the branding. So it was. We kind of changed the branding first. It was. The Lab Health and Performance first, and then we changed it to Lab Minute. And then I said to the boys that I want to turn this into a franchise. I want to turn it into Joe. I don't want to like Joe. Like some coaches would have like coaching tops. I said I want to turn this into a clothing brand that everyone come wear. And then I created the Runner's Vibe. The Runner's Vibe is clothing for runners, like running jackets and.
Shorts. The Runner's Vibe, you do like a 5k run
5K,
every,
and we buy everyone coffee then afterwards.
So a 5k run every Sunday, is it?
We used to do it, so it wasn't every Sunday. So we used to do pop-ups. So we do one in Tralee, we do one in Phoenix, we do one in Newcastle West. We would do one in Adair. We'd go to
when's
Cork.
The next one?
We're doing one for kids on the 15th of December in the Poppy Cup.
Oh, nice.
So it's for kids. So there's a Santa.
Where's the Poppy Cup?
In Adair.
Adair. All right. Okay. So the Poppy Cup Adair, 15th of December.
That's for kids.
5k.
No, well, it's going to be a walk. So in Adair, you can do one walk around the canal.
I was going to say you'll have loads of children complain. I'm tired.
But there, So that's the.
So that's the next thing. So
that's the.
Nice.
Best of luck with that.
Yeah,
that's great. Yeah, it's great to see such drive and determination in people.
Yeah, that's the.
Like you're going places.
Thanks.
Then at the same time, the lab, like it's 3 of us. We're like 3 brothers, but you know yourself. Fights can happen, arguments happen.
Yeah.
One person come in the mood and be like, "What the fuck is wrong with him?" Like I could be in a bad mood.
You seem to work together though.
Oh yeah, we just laugh all the time. Like we take the piss.
Yeah.
Like when a new coach comes, like we'd say, "Look, we're going to give you 6 weeks, and after 6 weeks, we're going to bully you." That's what we say to them. And you can't be a snowflake in there.
Yeah.
No.
Your favourite subject.
Chris is a bit of a snowflake.
I'm not a snowflake.
That's like because like it's like us on the podcast. Unfortunately, we can't follow because we're related.
You can't what?
We can't fall out because we're all related. I have to see him Sundays anyway.
But Mammy said, he said
Mammy,
something mean to
tell
me.
Chris to pass me the salt.
But the thing is with the lab, like we didn't want to make it like Joe, nor other gyms. Joe, you had to wear a uniform or you have to like clean this or do that, or it's completely. The lads are very chill in there, like. Or, like I
prefer a gym that's kind of chilled out like that.
Yeah. Like my main goal is to make them money, for them to succeed. Like, because when I was their age, I had nothing. I had zero. So we helped them, promote their business, give them free clothes, the content, all that.
So it's brilliant for content because that black backdrop works so well in the videos.
That's why the gym's all black.
And now you're kind of earning the name as the gym to where people do photo shoots. Like last week there was like a guy down from Mayo or Monaghan or somewhere like that.
But it was actually the old lab in Ate. That's where that took off. There was a photo shoot every weekend and that.
It's a great idea because you're promoting progress captured in time and you can see a success story from it.
So we wanted a gym as well where you can record in there. So I promote recording because like if a woman came up to me and be like, "Oh, they're recording over there," I'd say, "Well, look, unfortunately, you're in the wrong gym."
There's rules and regs though around recording, surely.
But like we kind of like, because I grew up kind of doing YouTube and stuff, and you go to a gym, they're like, you can't record, you can't do that, even though if you're in the corner and you're on.
Gone though because like
it's everywhere.
It's everywhere now.
Like in our gym, we have tripods along the gym. If there's young fellas recording, I'd go like, "Do you want me to hold the phone for you?" Do it from there.
Brilliant. Okay,
But it's like you were saying there, like there's a lot of respect to be had as well. Do you know, like when I'm recording, I'd prefer if there's no one in the background because, and not for me, it's for them because they're like, Oh, jeez, I'm in Paris with you. Do you know this sort of thing?
Yes,
So I
well,
prefer-
especially yours because it's so publicly broadcast. It's you have
I wouldn't
some
mind that.
followers.
1.1 million people seeing it. See Liam Tracy's walk, well, no top on.
So we're going to move on to our films and movies of the week. We always start off with Siobhan to get the bad ones out of the way first. So take it away,
Honestly, every week, John, every week.
It's our thing.
Not this week.
Siobhan's the
So-
punch bag.
Yeah.
We're feeling bad. We're just hit her a dig.
Well, maybe I should be paid more. I watched,
Or at
binged
all.
watched binged watched a series last weekend. It is absolutely one of the best series I've ever watched in my life, and it's called Say Nothing. So it's the story of two sisters, a real story. They grew up in the north. They joined the Irish Republican Army, and
That's
they're
based on a true story.
It is a true
I
story.
do
yeah,
actually
yeah.
want to see that
yeah.
one.
But it's about
I'm gonna
their
back you up this one
relationship.
time.
Exactly. Their family. It brings you through the story of Jerry Adams in the IRA and how he worked through that time. There's a caveat at the end of every episode. I won't call it out. Watch it yourselves. It is excellent. The acting is excellent. The storytelling is brilliant.
Is there someone good in it? John Cena or someone?
No.
It's John Cena.
Bloody American in one of those. No. So I'd highly recommend it. It's fantastic. Really, really good. Then the second thing I watched this week, obviously, because we're nearly in December, is The Holiday.
Oh,
I love it.
classic.
I love it. I love it. It was really good.
Yeah.
John, where they two ladies are having a very hard time in their lives, so they decide to switch homes.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's like a Christmas classic, though. isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like,
See, thank
it's
you.
like when women like put it on a Saturday night with their chocolate and wine and watch it. That
Yeah.
Go for a walk or something, John.
Well, I had it on while I rearranged my sitting room. Anyway, it was very good and it was on the background and I've seen it many, many, many times and I'd highly recommend. Who doesn't like Kate Winslet? I love
An
her.
excellent actor, yeah.
Yeah.
She was good in Titanic.
Oh, yeah, I
Really
love
good
Titanic.
humour too. I love
Yeah,
her
yeah, yeah.
humour. And she curses. I
Yeah,
love her
love
even
that,
more.
yeah.
There you go now.
Thanks for that, Siobhan.
Anyway, Chris,
I forgot what I said to you earlier.
mother of God, holding hands again. Killing Eve.
Oh, that's
which I-
right. Killing Eve was my series. Yeah, excellent.
Excellent.
Just- she's a female mercenary. Just brilliant.
So the
Going around
people who
murdering
vote, like, who's the best?
Yeah.
We look it up on IMDb. And that's how we decide a winner.
Yeah.
It's fair.
Okay, what movie did I say?
Siobhan nearly won one time.
I did win one time on the Maeve's
What
show.
was it? What was it?
Oh, I can't remember.
But she googled it. She looked it up. It was
did-
like she like said
But
Harry
like
Potter.
she only did what Patrick does every week. Look it up.
I
before you
never
can
look it
finish.
up. I just watch good stuff.
Lies. Lies
Siobhan
again.
came out here one day and says, "Oh, I've seen this thing called fucking what was it like?
Why are we going back to this again? It's a really good
I don't know if
documentary.
you've seen this thing called Harry Potter." I was like,
Hope Solo, John. Have you seen it?
No.
It's good. It's very good.
What's Hope Solo?
Is that not what you're on about?
Me.
Yeah.
Jesus
Did
Christ
the words not
almighty.
just leave your mouth? Okay, anyway,
What was your
moving
film,
on.
Chris?
What was I can't remember.
Jesus Christ, Erin Brockovich.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Erin Brockovich. Yeah,
I like the film actually. Yeah,
it's an excellent movie.
I've seen it
Of course
a few
you do,
times.
because you always agree with each other. So anyway. John.
Where's the cat
Do
button?
you get bullied? Is that?
Yeah,
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your series,
no, but
John.
Erin Brockovich was good. I have to just
We're moving on now,
Can you
Patrick.
just say like one or as many as you want?
No, only one.
Only one.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, one movie.
Have you
one-
ever watched like do you ever watch American Horror Story?
Yes, I love it. Yeah.
Have you ever watched the variation of this American horror sports story? So about like O.J. Simpson and
No. That sounds interesting.
So good.
Yeah.
And what's the American footballer Menendez? It was very good.
Oh yeah.
So they do
American Horror Story do a version on.
They do
that.
American. I think it's a horror sports story. So they do it like on them. It's
Yeah.
brilliant.
Oh, I need
Is
to
all
look
the
that
actors
up.
from American Horror Story?
No. So actually, like the actor.
Because
Yeah.
you know the way it's all the same actors in American Horror Story in each one
No,
of the
yeah.
seasons.
So is this American Horror Story
You
or is
said-
it something
I
different?
think it's a spin-off,
American
but they do it like
Horror
the
Story.
sports variation. But that's not my one. That's I'm
words are
just.
coming out funny.
Oh, right, okay.
But look it up though if you want to look it up.
I've
I'll
noticed that in
have
the
to look it
past.
up now.
Yeah,
When I say a word after a word,
Yeah.
it comes out funny.
yeah.
Like Charlie in a chocolate factory.
Chocolate. I love chocolate.
Some words come out funny.
So you series, John. I'm doing it now. You'll see me, John.
What's your seaweed? What's your favourite seaweed?
I'd say Law Boy. No. What did I say at this
Mayor
time?
of
Oh, Mayor
Kingstown.
of Kingstown. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh
love Mayor of
yeah,
That was excellent.
Kate wins as well, is it?
No.
Yeah, no. That's Mayor of Easttown.
What did you say?
No.
Mayor of Kingstown,
No.
not Mayor of Easttown.
Mayor of Kingstown.
Yeah. East Wall, East Town.
it was close enough.
I'll say that next week.
But there's East Town and Kingstown.
Well,
Yeah.
I only
Two
watched the
different
Kingstown
mayors.
one. And,
Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy Renner, yeah.
There we go. Mayor of Kingstown. And your movie.
World War Z.
That is
Brad
a
Pitt.
really good movie. I did enjoy that.
And
yeah.
do you know what? I'm not a massive fan of zombie movies in
that's so
particular,
good,
but
yeah.
that movie
Yeah.
is excellent.
It's because Brad Pitt is in his
Yeah.
class.
No, I'm not a fan of his, really.
You are.
I'm
You
not.
are. No, you are.
I'm not.
Like-
No.
I'm not.
My fiance feel like she's so bad at movies. She never watched them as a child, like, so she never watched the classics.
Really?
So yeah, I'll tell you how bad it is. So we were watching Creed. You know Creed? Do you know-
Yes.
The boxing thing, yeah.
Yeah. So we were watching that, and she turned around to me one day and she was like, "Who's Rocky?" I was like, "Get out."
Get
Oh
on.
my god.
Really?
I was like, "Get out."
The same thing to do there would be.
She's like, "Yeah, who's Rocky?" I was like,
See,
You
if
do
you're
that
not in the
noise.
world of something, how would you know who they are? Again,
I
we'll
know,
go back to
but like
comments
Rocky,
this
like-
week.
Rocky.
I'm sorry. You don't have to know everything in the world.
What age is Aoife?
"Aoife is 28, 29,
See,
Aoife,
29,
Aoife, I'm on your side.
29."
29, so...
Yeah,
She's
but like,
quite young. Like Rocky
but like,
is old.
have you seen Scarface? What's Scarface? Like,
Yes.
everyone's seen
Yeah.
Scarface.
Yeah.
Goodfellas.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and
I
then
actually
you know,
don't think
and then
I've
like
seen
you try to sit down
Goodfellas.
and watching with her, and she's like, "No."
But, like, you've probably seen some Goodfellas, you
Oh,
know.
have you?
Well, funny how? Funny how?
Where they're all sitting at the table
Yeah,
and he's taking the piss. Yeah, that's good.
But you're
Thank
like, if you saw a clip of that, you might go, oh,
If you haven't-
that's very
if you
funny.
don't- I'm sorry,
don't
like-
need to know.
Gladiator 2. We have to watch Gladiator 1 before we go see Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
She's never seen Gladiator.
That is a
very easy
fantastic
for you to
film.
entertain her, so
Do you know what, actually? Like, one
because
of
you've
my...
loads of movies that you
She won't
can-
watch them though. She'll be asleep after the first 5 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
She's just not into movies at all.
no, she is. I don't know. She always just said she was playing
She's
outside.
obviously like
younger.
Yusufan. She's into, like, really weird shit movies.
Every week, John. Every week.
I can't believe someone doesn't know. But you know what? One of my strongman friends, Graham Hicks, and we were talking one time, he was like, "Oh, let's play some Johnny Cash." And he was like, "Who's Johnny Cash, mate?" And I was like, "Who is Johnny Cash?
Again, why does he need to know
How
who
can you
Everyone
not
Johnny
knows Johnny
Cash is?
Cash.
How can you not know Johnny Cash?"
I think
you're
it's
not-
just people think certain things would be universal and are almost
Yes,
universal.
you're judging somebody by your own standards. Stop it.
No, because I'm right.
I won't.
Anyway, sir.
Make me.
And do you know what else?
Now, so that we might wrap up this episode sometime before Christmas, what's your series, Patrick?
What series did I say?
Again, you're forfeiting. God, Jesus Christ, holding everybody's hand.
Supernatural.
Supernatural.
Oh, I said Supernatural again.
Yeah,
Did you
you're
finish it?
forfeiting.
I have.
No, he didn't, because there's a million fucking episodes and it never ends. God almighty.
John doesn't know the crack, so I'm going to fill John in.
Oh my
Supernatural
God.
is the best series that was ever made by man.
Ever.
Ever.
In the
John,
entire
you
world.
won't like
All the
it.
seasons
It's ridiculous.
and-
In the entire universe.
Turn off our microphone there. It's about two brothers that fight supernatural things like vampire. I know I'm making it sound bad, right? But it's so
It's
good
so
and
good.
addicting.
Yeah.
And there's 15,
It's not.
And there's 15 seasons with 23 episodes per season, so there's like a gazillion episodes,
Yeah.
which
Of
makes it even
She'll
better.
be hard at it now
Absolute
for about
rubbish.
a year.
So like you're
When did it come out?
in the
2000.
1946.
The early 2000s.
First episode's in black and white.
And it's funny because like they're so young in season 1, and then
Yeah.
like because I'm on season 15 at the minute episode, I've only like 10 episodes left and I'm done.
Oh, sick.
I don't even know. I'm gonna have to go back to masturbate. I don't
I
even.
can't wait until it finishes for you.
I found
I'm
it.
actually
I
gonna
found
be-
it hard to watch something after The Boys. Do you
Oh,
know
The
what?
Boys.
Yeah,
Oh,
I found
Do you know
it
this?
difficult.
Do you know Soldier Boy
Yeah.
Yeah.
is Dean, the main character in
Go
Supernatural.
away.
Yeah.
So like
So you love it.
straight away you have a connection into
John,
Supernatural.
have you seen Gen V?
No.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
spin-off of The Boys.
Yeah, it's
John,
very
love
good.
it.
Yeah.
Good.
Is it?
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
good.
You'd
Worth
love it.
watching, yeah.
I must
It's
watch
the
that.
same type of clever gore, same
there's a
type
new
of
series of that
characters.
out.
Yeah,
No, there isn't.
It's
Is there?
very good.
There is.
Yep.
Wasn't- it was
Yep,
really-
there's a new series.
Oh, I will change my series. Gen Z.
No. Now, your movie, Patrick.
My
Supernatural.
movie was Hot Shots Part 2.
That was very funny.
Very
I
funny.
did- Is it still-
die from it?
Did it age well though?
It did, because I've seen clips of it there recently. It's so good.
It
Have you
aged
seen
well
it?
in your brain.
Hot Shots Part
Hot
2.
Shots Part 2. It's like a piss take of about 10 different films.
Yeah.
And you have Charlie Sheen in his prime playing the main
Oh,
parts.
yeah. Actually, think I've seen something like that before.
It's so good. It's
Now we
so
get
good.
to the best part of the show, which is scores.
I kind of forfeited though because I gave
You did forfeit and you're not allowed, so you have to stop talking now.
Okay.
Anyway,
I forfeited because I gave like all films that I know that want to well.
no, you
IMDb.
forfeited with your series.
No, the whole point is we're supposed to just put in ones that we think are good, not to try
I
and
know, yeah,
win.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sure. Anyway, say nothing.
You just know by her face.
Yeah, see, this is the thing about Siobhan. She wants to win so badly. She Googles.
She cheats.
She cheats. She Googles.
I'm a good winner. I'm a really good winner.
She's a
That's
bad
why we
loser.
bully her, because she's a cheater.
She cheats. So she's like high films on IMDb.
I spent all last weekend watching
Searching.
this. Anyway, 8.4.
8.4, solid, yeah.
Killing Eve,
7.8.
8.1. Oh, damn. Mayor of Kingstown.
Is that a film?
Series.
No, it's series.
It's
Oh,
so
we're doing
good.
series first.
Yes.
I think I've seen it, which is a funny thing.
8.2.
Oh,
What series did I say?
And finally, oh wait, you forfeit.
What was Supernatural? I think it was, I can remember, it was
8.3 or
9
something.
point something, I think.
No.
I think we'd remember.
9.8, I think it was.
Was it 13?
8.4.
14.
Is it still going on?
I win.
Is it still?
Just got 14 out of 10.
It just got 8.4 out of 10, meaning
But like, are
I
they
win.
still doing
No, they
episodes?
They
So-
finished in 2000 and
19.
2000,
Thank God.
2001. There are
2001?
Yeah, or fucking 2021.
Oh, 21.
There's talks of making a new season as well.
Oh my
Stop
God.
Jesus
it.
Christ.
High five.
Okay, movies. The Holiday.
7.1.
One.
That's like a 10.
That was a good guess. 7.
One.
Oh.
No, Aaron Brockovich.
Oh, it's a classic.
It
so
has
it's
to
gonna
be
high.
like 8.5.
7.4.
Actually, just a quick thing there.
No, because I'm still speaking. World War Z.
That'll surely score.
That's
It's carnage in here today.
will surely score high.
7.
What?
And Hot Shots Part 2.
4.
5.
10.
5.
6.6.
It deserves more.
It doesn't. You're a bad loser.
It doesn't. I mean, it does. Do you know when we say 33
Yeah?
and 22?
Yeah.
Why don't we say 1T1?
I think we should take a vote on it. Or 1 teen.
1 teen.
2 teen.
3 teen, 14, 5 teen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's so stupid.
16,
11. Where did
17,
11?
18.
Like, why does it go 22, 33, 44, 11? Where does it even come from?
Wow, if only there was a way we could
I'm on
get
it.
the
I'm on it.
etymology on.
Just quickly before
The
we
word
wrap this
is-
up.
Thus 11 comes from Old English
Fucking English again.
Endliofen. Listen, Endliofen, literally meaning 10 and 1 left over.
Can't fault him, I suppose.
And 12 from 12.
12.
12. Yeah.
Is that
two
with
with
10 with
10,
2
two
left?
meaning 2 left. The endings, teen and T, both refer to 10 and the 2 left over.
So what happened with 13?
I'm not looking that up because I don't care.
Right.
Unlucky for some.
Right, lads. That is us wrapped up. Thank you, John Fitz,
Thanks,
for coming
John.
in.
Thank you very much.
More hard questions.
No, I don't like quite
It's all fun and games here, John.
Plus, I remember your gym. It'd be awkward.
That's the cunt that destroyed me on social media.
Thank you, John, for coming in.
My pleasure.
If you have any more questions for John, leave them into us on the Instagram page or the YouTube page.
Except for the
Or
school riot, leave that one out, I'd say.
Yeah, no
If you-
questions are being taken on that.
If you were the fella that started that school riot, please write to us because we'll have you on here. Keep the
Get
shit
your
out of
side
it.
of the story.
Let your side of the story out. Hand you over to the English teacher. Yeah. You cunt.
The podcast courtroom.
That's not.
Dum, 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 dum.
That's what you should do. You should get like.
We had court there 2 weeks ago.
We did, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Chris,
And I won.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Oh my God, this is why we can't have court again.
I won because Chris asked me to come into this college thing. It was like bring the most famous person in Ireland in, and they all agreed I was the man for it.
So you went into a college.
So
It was
even at
on
that-
in the milk market, and it's
She didn't even
called.
tell me
Mother
that.
It's
of God.
physics
It's
busking,
now 20 past 1 on a
She didn't
Saturday.
even tell me about it.
It's an outreach program for kids, and we were just performing cool science experiments and stuff, promoting physics.
Do you know what
And-
actually happened, John? You've two very unorganised people trying to organise a
So I
plan.
landed in Limerick and I was like, okay, Chris, I'm here, right? Do you know the square rectangular things that everyone has one?
Well, do you know this thing called work? Actual work where you do stuff at work.
And I said, oh, look, Chris, I'm here right now. Where will I go? Nothing. Rang her.
I
Nothing.
was
Sat
flat
there.
out doing
She was
experiments.
so busy, she couldn't check the rectangular thing in her pants.
The rectangular.
Rectangular thing in our pants. I don't be checking the rectangular thing on my pants.
I sat out in the Jeep for an hour.
By the ways, he walked around twice. He
Twice?
passed
Oh,
me
yeah.
out twice.
Twice.
And I'm wearing a big white
forgot
lab
that part.
coat. You
Oh,
literally
my
couldn't miss
days. I
us.
can't do this
All
anymore.
of the kids, we were one of the busiest stalls. And by the ways, he passed me out twice.
Anyway,
Oh, my
goodbye.
knees. Thank you all. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week. I win.